lot of maturity in their team, and it showed. They defended really, really well. And it took us a long time to break them down, but we eventually wore them down and scored 2 great goals. And I thought our attacking and our pressure tonight was very good. So very happy with the performance and just happy to move on.
The first 15 or 20 minutes, you guys were really dominant. You just couldn't get one through the goal.
Yeah.
Were you frustrated at that point?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, we created a lot of crosses like we did in the first game. And our crossing and our finishing, you know, we weren't quite in the right places at the right time. The timing was not there, and so yeah, I thought we could have got a lot more out of the first 20-25 minutes. But that's how it is in the NCAA. You just have to stick with it for 90 minutes, and eventually it'll happen.
Overall, tonight's game, when you finally broke through, how did you think you finished after you finally got the first goal?
I thought it was strong. I thought, you know, defensively we held them to very few chances, very few dangerous chances, which we start with. That's our foundation, and then we created some good chances, and eventually started to find some seams toward the end. So, you know, it's an NCAA game, so they're all going to be close.
The way Katie and Rachel sort of seemed like they dominated at the top of the box there.
Yeah.
Just think of it as a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean it was a matter of time. I thought, because they were fatiguing as the game went on, and you know, I told Katie and Rachel at halftime that they have to find each other. They have to combine for us to break through, and they did. They found each other. So when they're playing together, it's pretty dangerous.
Jackie, what did you see as you got the touch on the goal?
I kind of, you know, I was making that run a couple times during the game, and Katie, you know, found me through, and kind of just, I saw the goalie, and all I remember is the ball. I think it kind of ricocheted off her and went inside the other side. So, you know, I was excited. The second goal of the year, so it's exciting.
Were you guys getting frustrated at all, you know, not being able to score?
I think we were getting frustrated, but I think we knew it was a matter of time. Just as long as we kept playing, you know, playing strong defensively and not letting them get opportunities, and finding Katie and Rachel up top, and then them being able to distribute to the other people was definitely had faith in our team.
Do you have enough confidence in your guys' defense that you don't worry too much about these 0-0 games as they go on?
We definitely do. That's been, having shutouts this year has definitely been a strong point for us, and we definitely have taken pride in that. So I think that we built that through the season, and I think that hopefully we can continue to do that through the tournament.
Is that the biggest goal you've ever scored?
Yeah. I scored one last year.
I'd say so.
NC State. I had one last year overtime.
Yeah, that wasn't an NCAA game.
That was an NCAA game. That was the biggest goal. Yeah.
It's a big one. It's pretty big.
I don't score very much. That was the 4th goal.
Yeah. Coach, you get a chance to watch Penn State?
Yeah, I watched most of the game. You know, it's a good team. They've got some dangerous players, and so it's going to be a great matchup on Sunday. You know, a 3rd round. Once you get to the 3rd round, everybody's really good. So we're going to have to play well to win the game.
How different is it going to be? You guys you've only played 2 games in the last 2 weeks. How's it going to be to bounce back and play on Sunday?
Hopefully, you know, we'll be in pretty good shape. I mean, you know, I thought that the new format in the ACC combined with the new format in the NCAA with a 1-game weekend on the first one will help us to recover. So, you know, I thought the ACC tournament, the Duke game Friday in the semifinal, and Florida State on Sunday, we were in pretty good shape on Sunday. We weren't our sharpest. We were a little bit fatigued, but you know, I think being at home is going to drive us a little extra, to step it up a little bit extra. So we'll find it.
Speaking of the ACC tournament, the conference has a chance to put anywhere from 6 to all 9 teams into the Sweet 16. Just talk about how that tournament and playing a whole season against these guys really helped you get ready for this tournament.
Well, I mean, every game is like an NCAA game. We just, you know, they're all 1-goal games. They're really tight and comes down to one play, and so it's a great simulation for the NCAA tournament and the ACC tournament. As grueling as it is, it does put you in that scenario where you lose, you're out, and so that's good for us and our mentality and being able to play under that pressure. And tonight, I thought we played really well under the pressure. You know, as late as it was getting before we scored, we kept passing, kept at it, kept the pressure, and so we're learning how to play like in that situation.
All right,
Thank you very
thanks,
much.
guys.
Appreciate it.